Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have another Monster Jam commentary video for you guys. And once again, this is going to be the freestyle competition from Show 2 in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. This is the Saturday afternoon show on January 25th of 2025, and it is officially now week 4 of the season for Arena Series Central. This series has a really close points battle at the top. So without further ado, before we get things started here today, let's take a look at the lineup for this show, and let's get familiar with who is on Arena Series Central for 2025. So kicking it all off, we have Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco, who was the points leader for this tour heading into the weekend. We then have John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, who is right on his heels, as well as Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Those three were all separated by only 10 points heading into the weekend. We then have Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash, who is not too far behind. We then have John Zimmer Sr. in Zombie. We then have Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. And we then have his younger brother, Montana Robbins, in Plain Crazy. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Angelina Knock in Megalodon. So for the second show in a row, she is actually going to be the one to kick off the freestyle competition. So let's just see what's going to be in store for her run here. So like I said, she also kicked off freestyle in show number 1, where she threw down a pretty solid run. She received a 7.604 as the score for that run. So let's see if she can continue to bring the momentum into this show and hopefully throw down another solid run here. Now, there are 4 shows this weekend in Newark, and unfortunately, I was only able to make it to the first 2, which is the Friday night and then Saturday afternoon shows. So this is going to be the final commentary here for Newark because, like I said, I didn't make it to the other 2 shows. So hopefully the freestyle competition here is going to be really solid. And up until this point in the run for Megalodon, it has not been the greatest so far. The momentum, the pace has just not really been there up until this point, and it almost looks like she might be dealing with some sort of an issue with the truck here. Not exactly sure what that might be, but yeah, as you guys can see, definitely something is hindering the truck here from being at 100%, and she's trying to do the most with what she's got, but now stopped on the pod, and the clock is currently paused. We'll see if she can refire, but I don't really know if she's going to be able to with whatever issue she has going on with the truck. And now, as you guys can see, there is smoke pouring out of the back of the truck, and unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the run for Megalodon. A pretty lackluster run because she wasn't really able to do much with the truck in the condition that it was. Now, somehow, I don't agree with this at all, but the fan judges gave her a 7.411, just barely less than the score that she had in show 1, where she literally filled time and threw down a pretty solid run. So 7.411, I don't really agree with it, but it is what it is. So on the track now, we have Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy, who is looking to take the lead away from Megalodon, and we will see if he is able to do that. One of the 2 rookies on this tour, of course the other one being his older brother, Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. Now, I will let you guys know right now that unfortunately Triton was not able to run in freestyle in this show. In this show, during Sky Wheelies, he took a pretty hard hit on the back of the truck and unfortunately broke the tie rod. So Crazy Train was not able to compete in freestyle at this show, unfortunately. But nonetheless, though, his younger brother Montana here in Plain Crazy is throwing down a pretty solid run up until this point. Like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see if he can take the lead away from Megalodon. But he definitely has much better momentum than Megalodon did. Which, once again, to be fair, Megalodon was dealing with some sort of an issue with the truck, but a much better run here for Plain Crazy, and it looks like that is going to be the end of the run. And once again, I don't agree with the fan judges at all, but somehow he did not beat Megalodon's score. He received a score of a 6.938, so Megalodon is still currently holding on to the lead, which I definitely don't agree with, but nonetheless, that's what it is. So Megalodon still is ahead of Plain Crazy. And yeah, so on the track now, we have the 3rd of the 7 competitors here in freestyle for this show, which is John Zimmer Sr. in Zombie. Just going to have to wait and see what he can do in this run. And in the first few hits already, it's been much better than either of the first two competitors. He's already been able to get some pretty nice air and get some pretty nice sky wheelies as well. So we're just going to have to see if he can continue with the momentum here. Once again, the score that he is trying to beat is a 7.411 from Megalodon, as there's a little bit of a wheelie there. Very nice from Zombie. Almost looked like he was going to try a stoppie there, but I think he thought better of it. And a nice sky wheelie there. Take a look at that from John Zimmer Sr. and Zombie. Really, really cool to have him back in Monster Jam this year in 2025. On the same tour as his son, John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. So really, really nice. John Zimmer Sr. still running in Monster Jam to this day, I think is really, really cool. He's driven so many trucks in his career up to this point. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the run there for John Zimmer Sr. and Zombie. By far, I would say, had the best run of the three competitors we have seen so far. And for once, the fan judges agree with me. They gave him a score of an 8.621. By over a full point, he takes the lead away from Megalodon. So an 8.621 from John Zimmer Sr. and Zombie is the new score to beat. And on the track now, we have Matt Cody and Gravedigger with absolutely no body on the truck, which I know looks really, really weird, and that is because during two-wheel skills in this show, he had a pretty wild crash, and unfortunately, to repair the truck and get it ready for freestyle, they had to just completely tear the body off. So no body on the truck for this run for Matt Cody and Gravedigger, but to be completely honest with you, I don't mind it. I almost think it looks pretty cool. To have a truck like that every once in a while, especially when it's Gravedigger. Just seeing the green chassis running around the track is pretty cool. So we'll just see if he can take the lead away from Zombie, which once again is an 8.621. Definitely going to be pretty hard to beat here, but I think he's lining up for the backflip ramp now, which is definitely going to help his score if he wants to take the lead away from Zombie. So let's see if he's going to be able to land it here. Unfortunately, he was not able to land it in show number 1. He also was the guy that was able to attempt the backflip there. So let's see if he can do it here. And a clean backflip there from Matt Cody and Gravedigger. A perfect landing. And he finally is able to land it. Like I said, he kind of did a corkscrew in show 1 and unfortunately didn't land it. But he lands it here in show number 2, and that is going to be how the run comes to an end. And the fan judges really, really liked that one, as he receives an amazing score of a 9.802. That is just absolutely insane. I mean, one of my biggest complaints with the fan judging, especially when it comes to arena shows, is they just really, really score highly when somebody does a backflip. And I'm sure, as you guys know, 9 times out of 10 there's only one backflip in an arena show, and then 9 times out of 10 when that happens, that truck ends up winning freestyle, which I don't necessarily agree with, because not including the backflip, like, I almost think Zombie might have had a better run than Gravedigger did, but it is what it is. We can't change it now, and that's what the fan judges gave him. So that's a really, really high score, and it's going to be interesting to see if anybody can beat it. But if anybody can, Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco, who is on the track now, is definitely one of the guys that could. I think him or possibly John Zimmer Jr. could be the ones to maybe take the lead away if they can throw down a phenomenal run. And it's been pretty good here for Fernando Martinez up until this point. Like I said in intros, he is the leader of the tour heading into this weekend. And he also won racing and something else at this show, I believe two-wheel, I want to say. There's a nice stoppie there, bringing it back into a moonwalk. Very nice combo there from Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco, who, with those 2 wins, is very much in contention for the overall event championship at this show. Matt Cody and Gravedigger won Sky Wheelies, so it's really coming down to those two to see who's going to win overall. But that right there is the end of the run for Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco, who receives a score of an 8.055. And take a look at that. What a way to start off the freestyle run already for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. He had really nice air and gets it into a stoppie. Throws the truck down right there, and that is a phenomenal way for John Zimmer Jr. to start off his freestyle run. And unfortunately now the clock is paused as he is just sitting there. Hopefully he's able to get the truck refired, because that was already a phenomenal start to his run. But like I was saying, though, before he took the track, Fernando got an 8.055, which out of the 5 competitors we have seen so far, that's going to put him in 3rd place behind Gravedigger and Zombie. So I think that was also a fair score. I think 2 of the runs have been pretty fairly judged, in my opinion, Zombie and El Toro Loco. Megalodon and Plain Crazy, definitely not. I think Plain Crazy should have been higher. Megalodon should have been lower. And then Gravedigger with a 9.8. I mean, come on now. But anyways, let's see. Finally, John Zimmer Jr. is able to get the truck refired. He was sitting there for a while, almost a full minute, I think, or close to it. But finally, he has got the truck refired. So let's see what else is going to be in store for this run, as he is trying to take the lead away from Gravedigger, who once again has a 9.802. Going to be really, really tough to beat. But let's see if John Zimmer Jr. can continue to have a good run here. And he does the exact same thing on the other side of the pod. Some more big air into a stoppie. Wasn't really able to hold the stoppie for as long that time, but still a really, really cool move. He's now going backwards over the pod into a reverse popper. The combos in this run have been phenomenal. I almost thought he was going to bring it back down into a stoppie again, but nonetheless, that was really, really cool from John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. This has been a phenomenal run. Much, much better than Gravedigger, I would definitely say. We'll see if the fan judges agree, as there is some more nice air on that hit right there. Just a really, really great run from John Zimmer Jr., who is neck and neck in the point standings for the Tour heading into this weekend. And closing out the run here with a bicycle. Take a look at that. Very nice save. Bicycle into a save to close out the run for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Now, I think that we can all agree that by far that was the best run we have seen in this show, right? Well, the fan judges didn't agree. They gave him a pretty high score, a 9.424, but still not enough to beat Gravedigger. So that is going to put him in 2nd place, even though, like I said, I think by far he probably had the best run, because Gravedigger really didn't do too much other than the backflip. I mean, the momentum was good, but no really cool moves like terminal velocity had there, with a lot of those combos and just great air on a lot of those hits. So unfortunately, he's in 2nd place for now. And on the track now to close out the freestyle, we have our last competitor here, which is Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. She started off the run there with a stoppie and has been having some pretty good momentum ever since. So let's see if she can keep it up here. Heading into this weekend, she is 4th in the point standings for the Tour, just very slightly lagging behind those top 3 in the points. But like I said in show 1, if she can string together some good events here, she can definitely get herself right back into the conversation for the lead on the Tour. And once again, throwing down a pretty solid run here. I would not say it's been as good as terminal velocity, but the momentum has still been up there. I think she's definitely on pace to get probably right around an 8 so far, as there is a beautiful sky wheelie from Sparkle Smash. Tries to get it into a stoppie. Unfortunately, not really able to get it to stick there. And that is going to be the end of the run right there for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. And my prediction was pretty close. I said she'd probably receive an 8, and she gets a 7.958. So I was almost exactly right with that prediction there. Which that is going to put her in, what was that, 4th place, I believe, or 5th? Yeah, 5th place. She did get a higher score than Megalodon and Plain Crazy, and then once again, Crazy Train did not freestyle. So that is going to be it for the show here in Newark, New Jersey. Show number 2, Matt Cody and Gravedigger wins freestyle, and not only does he win freestyle, but he also just barely edges out El Toro Loco for the overall event championship in this show. So that is definitely going to help out Matt Cody and Gravedigger in the overall point standings for the season. And that is going to do it for this video. I think that this was a really solid show. Again, it was unfortunate that Crazy Train wasn't able to freestyle, but other than that, everybody except for, I'd say, probably Megalodon threw down pretty solid runs. So I really enjoyed this show, and I hope that you guys did as well, and I also hope that you guys enjoyed the commentary. And if you guys did, make sure to smash that thumbs up, and also, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you guys do so. We are currently on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and I am just around the corner from 17,000. So please subscribe if you guys are new. And then as always, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have any tips or advice on how I could make these commentary videos even better for you guys. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.